Learn from the best.
The way of handling, I feel
Yeah.
that's something else.
That's what I said.
Oh my
touch,
God,
don't
corrosion.
All right, team. All right. So, welcome once again. So, a few of you who are joining us for the first time today, what we're basically trying to do is trying to learn from each other. What is corrosion? What is paint? Why should you paint? What are the uses for the paint? What is paint? Right? So, there are a lot of questions that we're going to ask. We will continue to learn. Okay, there will be exchanges. We've now got something called as Microsoft Teams, which we will interact much more. We have our own WhatsApp group, which you'll come in as well. So we'll listen. A question that I posted. Okay, this is for overall understanding. We've learned in depth about what it is. We have given the material also. There is a course material which you have, which I will show you a little more. Right now, what I've told is this: I have a house. Oh, it's my dad's house. Okay, so I'm building a car shed. Okay, it looks like a cow shed, but anyway, all right, this is what it is, right? So now, this is made of steel. I said my house is in Chennai, in a place called Korattur. I need 15 years warranty.
25 years.
Okay, 25 years warranty against corrosion. The steel is being now, this shed is being built now. I wanted you guys to give me a paint system. Okay, this was our problem. Now, what we will do is we will try to understand our learning based on this, right? That is the whole idea about this, right? A few people sent me. It varied between that. Cheryl sent me one. Saji sent me one system. Okay, and Pasha and Roseanne.
Yeah, we sent already.
Yeah, can you just recollect what you said? Okay, no issues. I will double check this.
Similar to Saji.
Mine was similar, but the second, yeah, similar one.
Yeah?
Same.
But
No,
not
no, no,
C5, mine is different.
Mine is not Avangard. Mine is 15.
700? Okay, all right, okay. Now, first of all, what was the first question that came to my mind? When this is what I have given data. Okay, a lot of customers come to us like that only, right? I have one shed here in Salva. I have one shed here. Okay, that's what they say. Correct. So that is the first thing. So, what was the first question? What was the first query you wanted to know from a corrosion?
Environment.
The place where it
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I already gave you. I said Chennai. Okay.
Which part of Chennai? Middle of Chennai, coastal?
Is it close to the coastal area? Is it industrial?
Correct, yeah. So that is what you went in, right? Okay, so you said we will go. All right.
How far from the sea?
AP or Andhra Pradesh is also considered as coastal.
Yeah. but Hyderabad is not. All right. Okay. Anyway, the learning, right? Dolly, one of the things that we are trying to do here is understand the reason they are asking about coast. How far is it from the coast? Is because the paint you use in Delhi will not be the same paint you use in Cochin. Correct? Because Cochin is much more corrosive because it is close to the sea. Correct? Delhi is far away. It is a lot more polluted. Okay, that's a different issue. But generally, what we say is it does not have as much salt. It does not have as much humidity. Anyway, there's somebody from Delhi who's here, right? So you can do that, right? So now the first thing that we have to decide before we decide on any painting is whether it is C1, C2, C3, C4 or C5. Okay? This is what we have asked for. This is the first step that is required. So now, from what I can understand,
You did not reply? You did not reply?
yeah, he is saying Kathmandu is C1, no problem. Yeah, no corrosion problems there, correct? All right, okay. So where is my house now? Where is my house?
C4.
C3.
C4.
C4,
C4.
Why C3? Why C4?
It is 25
kilometers,
kilometers
yeah.
from the coastal.
Okay, so you guys decided my house is 20 to 25 kilometers from the coast, correct?
Google has decided.
Google, yeah.
We Google mapped it.
Good. That is what I wanted to do because customers don't give us the detail, right? That is why I did not specifically tell. I know how far my house is from the sea. All right, okay. Then Then what else?
And you said you want it to be like outside, exposed to sun and weather.
Correct.
Weather, dust, yeah.
Correct.
So
Exposed.
We asked you about the environment.
Yeah. Exposed to the elements. Yeah.
And it is not an covered one. It
Sir,
is not
I
like
want to ask you
open
here
one.
one question.
Yeah.
Now, Pasha saying that it is a we wanted to know that it is exposed to sun or not,
Correct.
right? If I ask the question that you already mentioned that it is an car shape,
Correct.
that definitely will be the outside and it is exposed to sun.
Not necessarily,
Under the cellar.
because it is fully closed.
Under the tree will not help.
Under cellar also it's possible.
It's not well help.
Apartment.
No. I'll tell
If
you.
I ask the question that with customer, will they feel that am I professional or not?
No. A lot of times, one of the questions that I always ask them is 1, 2, 3. Temperature, pressure. Okay. When it comes to tank lining, okay, the immediate question: temperature, pressure. They will not have the data. Chemicals, what are they? Similarly, when it comes to a steel structure, we will straight away say whether it is exposed outside to the sun, because then only it will decide whether it is epoxy or PU. So there is nothing wrong. I don't think asking question is wrong. Probably a little culturally, I think as South Asians we are told not to ask too many questions. Alright, even our schooling system, education system is also like that. Whatever the teacher says, okay, observe, right, okay, and then we don't remember anything. We don't communicate. We end up being good workers, very poor leaders, right? That's what happens, right? But it is changing because a few Indians have now gone abroad and they've studied there. So that is what has changed, right? So similarly, let us be very clear. Asking questions is not wrong, and better not to assume. You know what is assume?
Assuming.
Yeah. It will make an ass out of you and me. Right? So that is what we have to remember. A-S-S-U-M-E. Okay? Do not assume.
But inside you know a lot of assistance.
Right? So but what is important is this. There are times when you will have to assume. At that time, you will write the assumptions very clearly. Okay, so we will write to the customer. We have made these assumptions 1, 2, 3. Based on these, we are writing this. So that means we are informing them, and a informed decision is being taken. So that's very important. Correct? Now, so we know that closer to the coast, the more aggressive the corrosion is. So ISO 12944, this is a standard. Everybody should remember. Decides or helps us to make the decision as to which paint is to be applied right now. Okay, so some said C4, some said C5. All right, so that is what we have decided. So this classification, again I'm repeating for Dolly's thing, C5 is closer to the sea. Okay, CX is something that we got new. What is CX? I've told this.
Underwater. Underwater.
It's in the water. Okay, it is not under the water. So underwater you have IM1, IM2, IM3. That's a different standard even in ISO 12944. Okay, immersion is a different category. This is all exposed to the atmosphere. Okay, CX is offshore. So definitely my house is not offshore. I don't have a house in Palm Jumeirah, so it is not offshore. All right. Okay, so this is what it is. Now between C4 and C5, right? This is what we have to decide. Correct? So, or this. Considering that my house is about 20 kilometers from the sea, you could think of C4 as an environment. Because see, two things are important, right? Two things are important. One is, as engineers, when we decide a painting system, what is important is that we are giving a solution which is economically viable. You cannot, I can say, make it out of gold, the car shade. It will not corrode, but it is not practical, right? So that's an extreme, this thing. So nobody will do that. But when we do a paint selection also, you cannot simply say, put the best system. It might work, but he might spend a lot more money, right? So that is what we decide, right? So now, considering these two, Cheryl gave a system of 17.
That is a great selling, sir. What you are saying.
Correct, because then what will happen is customers will come back again. They will remember that this guy is telling the truth. Because see, we are not in the business of selling refrigerators to the Eskimo. It's a need-based selling. Somebody, even decorative for that matter, somebody has a house to be painted, we are providing paint. There could be things like upselling.
Yeah. that's
Okay.
what that's what
Okay.
I'm coming to.
Upselling is not trying to get something out of his pocket. Upselling is to tell him that, sir, instead of using this paint 588 ME, why don't you use our Topaz Zero, which is 58803? There is no smell. It's antibacterial. It is antifungal. That means you are selling something additional to him. Okay. Now, if you consider what Cheryl sent, right?
But in that aspect, the motive is to get more money from his pocket only, isn't it?
No. We are telling him, we are selling him added benefits, added service.
Both will be win-win situation.
Correct. So that if he says, I want, no smell as an important thing because my family lives there, then you say, or antibacterial or antifungal is important, then he will buy that. So that is upselling. Okay. Cheryl, I think you gave 60, yeah?
Yeah.
60. And then 45881. I think you gave 150. 150 and 5510 I think was 70 or something. Yeah.
70.
Yeah. So what you get is one.
At 70.
I gave 55610, Manu.
Yeah.
55210 is not possible.
Yeah. 55610 at 70 I think.
Came to
Your total
240.
240. Yeah. Your total came to 240.
This is what Rosie also suggested.
Yeah.
Family suggestion, Rosie?
No, I didn't even ask her. I didn't know. But I didn't put those, only for one item I put the 60 ml, otherwise I didn't put the 55610.
Because if it's 55210.
It's a typo error, Rosie.
No. We can do 55210 can go up to 75 microns.
Huh?
Yeah.
What is the volume solid?
Yes, 51% volume.
Is there any relation between volume solid and DFT?
Yeah. Higher the volume solid generally, you
It's
get
higher.
higher volume solid will provide higher.
More thickness.
Why didn't
Yeah.
you say?
No, I created, but it was.
And higher spreading
What?
rate.
Even as I
So
know.
what actually makes the volume solid criteria?
Okay, what did Roseanne give? Roseanne.
15700 45881 and
Yeah, see,
5560.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We will also discuss what is given. C4 high. Okay, good. I think this is a good one. Lifetime estimated. He's now answering his paper like a BCom. Okay.
Yeah.
What is given?
Super.
Okay. Then not.
Yeah.
That is good.
Excellent.
That is good. Yeah. So I think the surface precision also correct. Okay. 2.5. Essay 2.5.
that is yes attached.
Okay. So you have given 240 microns.
Yes.
He sent the data sheet also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the customer here. You're supposed to give me all the details, no?
He really pleased the customer.
Yeah.
So he's happy.
Customer is very happy.
So what's the price?
61,
Golden boy.
Price. The prices also.
Now you know why everyone asks for Pasha.
60.
Giving those
120
complete
I given.
information.
Yeah.
120.
61, 20, 60.
Manoj, don't take my
How much?
recommendation.
How much is the price? They're right, you know.
Sergey is
Giving tip like Manoj, my recommendation.
61, 20. No. There is some copy paste also in that. Okay.
More than
60, 120, 60. Okay. Cheryl has given 240. Okay. Saji has given the same system.
But with avant-garde, Saji has given.
Yeah. You have given 1736G, 4588. Yeah. I think you get 60, 260.
Total 320.
Yeah, 55210 at 60. So 320. Okay. So you gave 240.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. So this is very similar. So what Roseanne also gave. So here Pasha, you gave the same system, but with 240.
Yes.
Okay.
5561, but it is not 552.
All right. Okay. No issues. Both are very similar. Okay.
Sriram was saying how we can supply 55210 and we are making a comment.
No. 55210 can be applied up to 75 microns.
25.
It is there in the data sheet if you go to page number 2. All right. Okay. Now, let us understand this. Dolly, for your understanding, there is a textbook that we have given. Okay, that you will read. Okay, There are some more videos that we will update, and there's a lot more info here as well, and there are some more information where you'll see. It is important that we should provide a zinc-rich primer, a epoxy mid coat, and a polyurethane top coat.
For every.
Not for everything. For this particular application. Now we will try and understand what it is, why not, things like that, right? Okay. Now, so you have given 15700. What is this product? Himanshu, you will not open your mouth.
Empers galvanism.
What is it? What is it? Chemically, what is it?
15700.
Zinc rich.
Zinc is
Zinc.
Zinc silicate.
Zinc silicate.
Zinc silicate, right? Okay.
Oh, nice.
Zinc silicate. What is this? 1736G?
I just saw this.
Avantgarde.
Avantgarde 750. What is it chemically?
Zinc.
Zinc rich epoxy.
Zinc rich epoxy. Okay. Now, what is the difference between zinc rich epoxy and zinc silicate? And why I, as the guy who has the flat, who has the building, or I have some painters, what would I choose and why?
You should select avant-garde because that
Why?
will give you 3 features in one shot: the barrier effect, sacrificing effect, and then what is the other one?
I'm saying both the products have only the same corrosion resistance. Okay, in my opinion. Okay, you might say so many things.
Sorry, I cannot.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
I'm saying both the products from a corrosion perspective are the same. Both contain 85% zinc. In fact, Avantgarde contains 80% zinc only. Okay,
I think the requirement
this contains 85% zinc.
25 years of warranty you want, right?
Okay,
But I think application will be very difficult in 1570 because there is a moisture curing.
alright. I think that's an important point. Okay, because when we select paint, always also remember whether it is easy to apply or not easy to apply. Okay, that's something you'll have to check, because zinc silicate
85%.
requires a minimum 60% relative humidity. Okay, if it is less than 60%, we will pour water on that. And there are customers of mine who will say they will paint it and then they'll make a pond on the floor with water, so that you can accelerate this thing. It's a very good product, but application is a little difficult. If you apply too much thickness, you get something called as mud cracking or alligatoring. You know mud cracking?
It's like this.
When there is no water, the
Yeah.
clay soil, cracks like that. Alligatoring is also similar to that. The scales on the alligator. So, and the main problem is curing. It will not cure. Our data sheet says minimum 16 hours at 60% relative humidity. So you will have to wait for 16 hours.
What temperature? 60%?
Yeah, we consider say 30 or 40. I think that's what is given in the data sheet. Okay, so considering that 30%, 30 degrees centigrade.
Like 25 degrees, it will be more required.
Yeah, it will require more. So generally people are now avoiding this. But the advantage where you will always use zinc silicate is zinc silicate can resist up to 500 degrees centigrade. Continuous. If it is moving, Raju. Okay. So what we have, okay, is this. If you have high temperature applications, zinc silicate is a good product to use. There are some times where pipelines, power plants, where the specification calls for zinc silicate, you have to still give zinc silicate. Alright, that's a different issue. But here we are talking about helping Manoj build his car shed.
But in Chennai, it will be moisture only, right?
It will be there, but then the point is that the applicator also, okay, will be from Chennai. So he will not properly, do the application properly, correct? So we are trying to find a way to minimize it, or maybe I will do the painting myself, or get somebody who's working at home. So make it a little easier. Already it's a 2-pack paint system. You are supplying only 10 liters and 20 liter pack size. Alright, so all those things are correct. Right there. The other thing, okay, a lot of people did write surface preparation. Many did not write surface preparation. Surface preparation is very important, right? Okay. Anyway, we'll finish this and then we'll go. Alright,
Before we
okay.
go for, should we ask that is already painted or a new one?
Generally, the question is asked, but when these enquiries comes, obviously, this is a new construction. That is what I said. I'm building a new, so it is accepted. And anyway, you have to do SA 2.5. Whether it is painted or not painted, when you do SA 2.5, the paint will go. Correct. Second, both of you have given 45881 only. Top coat also is a polyurethane, right? 45881. Is there any disadvantage? Have you ever heard that there is a problem with the product? Anything? Have you heard?
Elevation.
You can't apply on outside area.
Yeah, well, you can't expose it because obviously it's an epoxy. I think we all know that, right? Epoxies cannot be exposed outside to the sun.
That's why putting that out.
Good question. Can you answer? Can anybody answer? He wants you to answer.
Discoloration.
Discoloration, correct. It
It's
discolors.
very easy to chalk.
It will
Chalk very easily. Epoxy is not resistant to UV.
Ultraviolet radiation.
Crack.
Yeah.
It needs-
Then
It will not
chalk.
crack, but it will lose.
Chalk.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it will lose the adhesion.
Okay. Do you know why? Why it is chalky?
It hates UV.
Why? Let it love it.
They may have some.
Let there be love. Why does it hate UV? Why? What is the problem? Have you ever thought?
Thought.
Thought.
Epoxy has that UV rays react with the oxygen.
Correct. See, always remember chemistry. Some people don't like it.
chemical-
You have organic and inorganic chemistry. Okay? Organic and inorganic chemistry. Okay? Okay. Don't worry, I will not go too deep into
Yeah,
that.
sir, I see in rosy face doing like this.
Just to give you an example, our zinc
Actually, I think of something else.
our zinc silicate 15700 is an inorganic product. Just for your information. It is even called inorganic zinc silicate. Okay? Our 17360, 17360G Avantgarde is organic. Right? Just have that in your head, okay?
In mind, yeah.
Because mostly what we deal with is, many of the organic products is what we use. Now, in organic chemistry, there are two things. One is called aromatic. The other one is called aliphatic. This is so that you will get a little more interest, right? I don't think it is primarily required, okay? Now, have you heard of benzene? Benzene? Benzyl alcohol, benzene. What is do you know the formula?
666.
You will not talk for next half an hour.
Yeah.
C6H6, okay? This is benzene. Any compound that has benzene ring. Okay? Benzene, the structure, it is very difficult, okay, to find out. Yeah. So there is some chemistry coming somewhere. Alright, okay? So this is all C, 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 C. And then there is H there. So this is what we call as alternate double bond, single bond. Okay? What happens when you have an aromatic compound, you will have this benzene ring in that. Actually, when we write the other way, what we write is, we will write like this, and then we'll put a circle inside. This is also another form, because this double bond, right? This is all, it will keep moving. The alternate single bond, double bond will keep moving. It is not very stable. So when UV will come and break this structure, so that is why you will not have an aromatic thing. So when you have, so all our epoxies have this benzene ring. All our phenolic epoxies will have this benzene ring. So when you have this benzene ring, it breaks down when it is exposed to the sun. Therefore, that is why you have this. Okay? Now, what is aliphatic?
All the epoxies having benzene, sir?
All epoxies will have, because
Even waterborne?
everything. It is a combination of epichlorohydrin and bisphenol A. We don't have to go there, okay? But that is where it is, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is okay, right? This you can understand, right?
Those terms, my goodness.
Right? So you have this is when you have a straight chain, okay? Instead of it having like this, the straight chain, this is what is called as aliphatic. That is why if you look at our data sheet of 55210, they will say aliphatic polyurethane, aliphatic PU, because there are some aromatic PUs also. They are not UV stable. This one is UV stable. Even better than this, okay? We have something called as polysiloxane. Okay, there it is SiO bond, silicon oxygen. This is even stronger. For example, we have a product called Hempaxane. Hempaxane. If you look at all the stadiums that were built, we could not supply the top coat because we do not manufacture Hempaxane here. Okay, IP specified their polysiloxane, and they were very smart because they knew Hempel was not making it here. So if you consider windmills,
They have good salesmen, huh, sir?
yeah, definitely very very smart guys. Okay, polysiloxane. That is why they are number one company, number one paint manufacturer in the world. Right? It doesn't happen like that. Exo is number one. PPG is number two. Polysiloxane is another brand or another family of chemicals which we use as a top coat. Consider windmills. Nobody's going to do a repaint the windmill which is like 60-meter high. So you try to give the longest lifespan you can provide. The Alvada arches, when you are going to Katara on the left side, the top coat is polysiloxane. Not applied well, but it is still polysiloxane. We didn't supply. IP supplied that.
Why polysiloxane? Why not?
It has the best UV resistance. It has the best UV protection.
For long life, huh?
You don't have to repaint it, this thing. See,
So if someone asks for a polysiloxane, we don't have a choice.
we can, if we required, we can bring it from China, from India, we can bring it from Singapore, we used to bring it from Sharjah. We can't manufacture it because the curing agent requires a nitrogen blanketing. So we are not able to do it, yeah.
So we can import from Saja, no?
We can't import from
No, not now.
Yeah, we used to bring. We used to bring. Okay. Anyway, this is something that you guys need to know. So the reason is, so you are giving an aliphatic PU. You will not suggest a polysiloxane for my car shed, right? You don't need that, because you don't need that. I can always repaint my car shed, or I might say I don't like this color. I want to paint it again. Right? So this is for you guys to understand. See, remember earlier when people used to pigments, okay, we used to get organic pigments only, correct? We used to get yellow from turmeric, indigo from the indigo plant, right, and so many things, vermilion, things like that. Then we move to inorganic. The inorganics last longer. Organics don't last long, okay? It fades quickly because of, again, those are all aromatic. So they tend to fade quickly. Even our cars tend to fade a little because we use inorganic pigments only, but then even then they lose over a period of time. There is no paint in this world which says I will not change color. If somebody says give me warranty for color, not possible. Yeah, not possible. If somebody says they are giving, he is playing
But
it.
polysiloxane is not.
Even polysiloxane also, there will be a delta, variation. There will be a delta E. There will be a slight color variation. Nothing is going to. That is why even our color samples in the lab that we use for control, we keep it inside a black box. As you expose, even this, there is a lot of UV even here. Alright? Remember this, because this will help you in the future when somebody says. Very simple, it's not very complicated. Okay? But
The epoxies
one
are
thing,
based on aromatic chemistry. That is why if you
don't get into aromatics. Organic compounds with benzene ring in that. Okay, benzene is easier because I don't know if you've been in Saudi Arabia, they don't call it petrol, or they don't, as the American call it, they don't call it gasoline. They'll call it benzene. Yeah. In Saudi they'll call it benzene a lot. So benzene is quite common. We've all used it quite a bit, right? So that is why it fails. This is just to give you some idea. Okay, make it simple. Now, okay, coming back. So we have given this. Now we are giving a new product. It is called Hempa Prime Multi 500. Okay, now Hempel is going to have their names changed. Okay, we are going to have 3 names: first name, middle name, and the last name. The last name will be a number. Okay, so Hempel is giving new names. Okay, and so it is not short; it's a long name we are going to give, right? So Hempa Prime Multi 500. What it helps? One of the issues with 45881 is it dries slowly. That is one of the things. So people want to do, so they want to do it quickly. So if I use this system, I can apply the primer in the morning, this in the afternoon, and this one maybe next day I can apply the top coat. Finished. So my thing goes up quickly. So when you decide a paint system, always remember there are several inputs. Is it easy to apply? The first thing is you will say whether it meets the requirement or does not meet the requirement, right? Corrosion, from a corrosion perspective. Second is it easy to apply? How quickly does it